Hi, welcome to our lesson 5 on chapter 1, graphing ratio tables. Okay, we are going to take the information from a ratio table and create a graph out of it. So if you look at the picture below, this should look familiar. It is called a coordinate plane. So the coordinate plane, go ahead and fill in the blank, is formed when two perpendicular number lines intersect at their 0 points. So I'm going to show you what those number lines look like. Here's a number line here going up and down, and that's called vertical. And then there's a number line going across, that's called horizontal. So where they intersect right at this point right here, that's actually called the origin. The horizontal number line is called the x-axis, and the vertical number line is called the y-axis. An ordered pair, such as 2, 3, is a pair of numbers used to locate a point on the coordinate plane. So let's fill in the blanks with our vocabulary. The title of this picture, it's called a coordinate plane. This arrow here is pointing to one of the axes, and you can see the letter here. That's called the y-axis, and I said axes because I used it in a plural sentence. The arrow here is pointing to the origin, and remember the origin is formed when our two number lines are perpendicular. They cross each other, or they intersect each other at 0. This here is pointing to our x-axis. And then this one here is pointing to an ordered pair, and our ordered pair in this case is 5, 4. So let's see how we graph these ordered pairs. You can use an ordered pair to name any point on the coordinate plane. The first number in the ordered pair is the x-coordinate, and the second number is the y-coordinate. So we're going to graph and label the following ordered pairs. 0, 0 has already been labeled for you. If we look right here, that's our origin, and the origin is always 0x, 0y. It hasn't moved anywhere. Okay, 0, 8. We start at 0, and we're not going to move on the x-axis. We're not going to move going across because we stick at 0, but we do move up to 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This one right here is coordinate 0, 8. 5, 0. Move over 5 on the x-axis. That's going across. And then move up 0, which means we're not going anywhere once we're done with 5. So that right there is 5, 0. Then 7, 7, move across to 7 and up to 7. So there's 7, 7. 9, 1, you move on the x-axis going all the way across to 9, and then on the y-axis up to 1. So let's notice how 9, 1 is different than the next one, 1, 9. That means you go over 1 and up 9. So this is 1, 9. So you can see the difference between 9, 1 and 1, 9. All right, let's take a look at the next page. We are going to transfer information from a chart into a coordinate plane. So you can express information in a table as a set of ordered pairs. So everything we've done with ratios and rates right now, we're going to do the same thing, except we're putting it in a table that is a little bit different than what we've been doing lately. We're going to look for patterns, and then we're going to graph the ordered pairs on the plane. So the table shows the cost in dollars to create CDs of digital photos at a photo shop. So our title is The Cost to Create CDs. We can see that the table shows this information as ordered pairs. So we have the number of CDs in this column, the cost in dollars in this column, and then our final column is ordered pairs. So we're going to label the number of CDs with the X coordinate. We're going to label the cost in dollars as the Y coordinate. Now we are used to looking at these rates going like this. 1 CD to $3 is equivalent to 2 CDs to $6, which is equivalent to 3 CDs to $9. What they did here was they just put the 1 to 3 next to each other, and then they wrote it as an ordered pair, an XY coordinate. Here's our 2 to 6, and there's our ordered pair, and 3 to 9, and there's our ordered pair. As you can notice in the ordered pairs, we always have parentheses around them because that indicates these are numbers that go on a coordinate plane. So always inside the parentheses, you separate it with a comma. 3, 9 is the ordered pair. 3 goes on the X, 9 goes up on the Y axis. So it says graph the ordered pairs, describe the pattern in the graph. So it's already been done for you. Over 1 up 3 is our coordinate 1, 3. Over 2 up 6 is our coordinate 2, 6. And over 3 up 9 is our coordinate 3, 9. So the points appear in a line. If I were to connect these points, it looks like a straight line. It's a pretty steep line. Each point is 1 unit to the right and 3 units up from the previous unit. So every time you look, you're going over 1, up 3, over 1, up 3, over 1, up 3. That's the pattern. So the cost increases by $3 for every CD created. Okay, let's take a look at the bottom problem. It says, got it? Do this problem to find out. The table shows Gloria's earnings for 1, 2, and 3 hours. You can see it in the graph here. The table also lists this information as ordered pairs. So what you need to do is read the chart, the table, graph the ordered pairs, and then describe the pattern. The sentence has been written for you already. Just fill in the blanks. Okay, have a great rest of the day or evening.